28M feel so stressed might quit and apply at McDonald's. I've been working at my company for a year and a half, but I'm only getting paid $17 an hour. My job constantly piles on more work without any increase in pay. When I complained, they assigned me an incompetent assistant who I later found out got the job solely because her brother is an executive in the company. She does nothing, and in previous conversations, she mentioned setting up Netflix and binge-watching shows while on the clock. I also asked her about her pay, and she said she gets around $18.50. The only thing holding me back from getting another job is the fact that it's remote. All I'm saying is starting rate at McDonald's is at 18. Don't do it. Do not do it. You think it sucks at your job? Wait until you get to McD's and they throw you in the kitchen by yourself running 3 stations at once on your 3rd day on a weekend. Wait until you bust your ass running around doing everything in the store and they halve your hours because some manager took offense to some unknown thing you did and can't be fucking asked to tell you about it. It sounds like your job is bad. By all means get another one, but McDonald's is going to be the same bullshit with 10 times more physical and mental strain and 0 benefits. Remote at $17 hour is overall more money than in person at $18 hour when you factor in commute time and transportation costs. What remote job is paying only $17 hour? You really think food service won't be stressful? The grass may look greener, but being remote has so many benefits. Man, I feel you. I am working as a project manager for an IT company. The money is decent, but I am thinking back at my time in a call center as a student. I was so much happier. I would rather switch back to that job than staying as a PM here. And since it is a small company around 50 people, there is no way for me to climb in ranks. I am basically the highest possible position after the owner. It's so much stress, so many costumers being dumb AF. I am so close to quitting at the moment. Well, here's a dumb question, but why don't you update your resume and find a new office job with a raise? Seems kind of stupid to go from a WFH remote job to getting screamed at by idiot customers at McDonald's for a $1 more. Get another job, but not at McDonald's. So you like hearing loud annoying buzzers, beeps, and alarms all day, smelling like fried meat, having weirdo customers looking at you all day impatiently waiting for their shit food, cleaning blood and shit out of bathrooms, taking a shit where thousands of other people go, and in general just hating life, then yeah, by all means lol. Otherwise go back to college. You think McDonald's is low stress? Wow. As someone who has stayed too long and got way burned out, leave. Go do something else. Even if it's more work, or even requires you to work 2 jobs. Leave. Go work at McDonald's if you want to. What do I know? Do whatever the hell you want. Don't let yourself get burned is all I'm saying. Work slower and make them fire you so you can get unemployment while you look for a new job. Any service industry job comes with working evenings and weekends. I make about the same money and do tech support calls from home right now. Nights and weekends are mine to make plans without being scheduled or called into work. I deserve steady hours I can plan around. Ask for a raise, don't do the Donald's lol, that's the worst kind of work. I know personally I cannot stand standing around one place having to deal with customers and the smell and the heat and man, I hope I never have to work in food industry again. That's me though and my opinion. Fast food sucks too, but if it means an automatic raise plus tips, I'm not saying go for it. It'll be better, but your paychecks will be better. $17 an hour is not worth losing sleep over. Also, if the assistant gets paid more than you, start looking at assistant jobs and go watch Netflix for $1.50 more an hour like she does. I actually work a Wendy's. Needless to say, a full-time paycheck is about $500 st my store. I have been on Indeed for weeks trying to find anything that even kisses $16 an hour without being a 100-degree foundry. Lamau, I'd send an email to our asking why your assistant makes more money. End it with, put her in charge then. I think the railroads are still hiring. They're desperate for conductors. And union so pay is pretty good. Be careful about fast food hiring ads that claim certain pay. Typically it's only for certain parts of certain shifts. McDonald's will claim up to 16 or 18 depending on the market, but that's only for opening and closing and not opening and closing shifts, but a single hour for opening and a single hour for closing. It's usually $2–3 more for the entire shift. Also, they'll only give you 32 hours most weeks to avoid classifying you as full-time. Unless you go the salaried manager route, in which case, you'll make less than minimum wage due to 60-hour weeks. $18 is less than what you make now, considering that you'd have to pay for transportation and wear and tear on your car. Sure, you use electricity at home, but getting gas, the wear on the tires, and any other assortment of issues can lead to you taking less home. Not to mention the inconsistency of fast food. If the manager stops liking you, expect to get your hours halved. McDonald's isn't better. You'd be better off going into retail, which still isn't any better than whatever you have right now. I have a friend who's been stuck at McDonald's for 5 years now, and he has new horror stories every day. You'll be even more stressed and in a different way. I can tell you working at McDonald's sucks. McDonald's is stressful too. You think McDonald's is less stress? McDonald's and all food service is grueling work. I don't see it as a trade-up, but I don't know all the details of your current position. Fast food is the worst. If you are gonna move, make it an upgrade, man. I went from Apple tech support to budtender, and I couldn't be happier. Former fast food employee here. If you have benefits and a guaranteed full-time schedule, I'd stay where you are. Perhaps try to negotiate a raise while you look for something else in your field. While fast food service can be tempting because it's an extremely easy job, it likely won't build marketable skills. Get a job at Trader Joe's. Food service, especially for a large franchised chain, will in no way lessen your stress. Long hours of constant movement on your feet. Pushed and berated by management and ownership because you are replaceable within days if you quit or are fired. Insane demands and flat-out abuse by customers, staff and management. Low pay with little to no chance for growth. McDonald's is where workers go when they have no other options. You will be trading down significantly. If you do network logistics, just find a remote buyer job. Pays more and pretty straightforward, plus within your realm of background expertise. I think the big issue you have is that you are incredibly underpaid. My recommendation to you would be it doesn't hurt to start job hunting. So start preparing, update your LinkedIn and let the games begin. McDonald's is still the hardest job I've 31M ever had. Fast food is stressful as hell. You want low stress, wash dishes. Even in high volume restaurants, it's repetitive and low stakes, and it's damn near zen. Start looking at jobs, apply for anything you are interested in that you believe you can do. Ignore the requirements like experience and degrees, because worst case you don't get an interview. Obviously there's limitations to that, like don't apply for a brain surgeon job. There is absolutely no shame in working at McDonald's, but I think you could probably find something that may actually interest you, and if not be a long-term job, then at least it could be a decent bullet point on your resume for future jobs. After working at MCDS for 15 years, best advice I can give you is don't. Just don't. Your stress level will only multiply. I've been out for a few years now and I'm never going back. Holy shit. I'd be your assistant and switch pay with you if it meant I could work from home. If you hate your job, quit. Staying there will not make you happy and will only compound on your current stress the longer you commit to their bullshit. The grass may not be greener on the other side, but you know how fucked up the grass is on the current side. Walk away from it. If you think fast food is easy to, and give it a shot, my dude. You only get 18 at McDonald's if you're a manager.